Read the disclaimer. Hello everyone and welcome to the weekend review where we recap the previous week and anything extra. Alright, what happened since I passed out yesterday? So, we got Draciel announced, we got a bike Croc, or whatever the Croc, but I don't know what they're calling it for the localized one. Oh god, I gotta get this mouse on a different surface. But yeah, a lot to talk about in the live show. Here we go. Draciel and a bunch of other stuff. So in the meantime, while I play this lovely recap, we'll get through it. So, yeah, this week was... It started off fine, then it... Not so good. I got really, like, feverishly sick closer to the weekend. Probably it's because a lot of the editing work and whatever, and I've been doing, like, a lot for, like, the past 4 weeks, and I think I didn't limit myself right. So... got like super exhausted, so yeah, always make sure to limit yourself in the work that you do. Otherwise, I'm still fighting off a migraine right now, so yeah, not the greatest. But yeah, this week was mostly just zone playthroughs. We did the Phoenix video, which was super nice. Not too much else. And also, I just got this short out of a little highlight, the only thing I liked. Also, real quickly, shout out to the channel members for the month of November. Hold on, where am I? I'm here, okay. So I have to read the names, so if I want to get my glasses because I don't want to butcher this. So if I butcher any of the names, I apologize. Shout outs to Matt Mighty Penguin, shout out to TSW, the Shadow Wolf, shout out to NMR, I don't know what that stands for, Baskin Batmans, Mohad Adlan, Matt Seymour, Tracy Barlow, 72, Nick's Nerd Cave, Johannes... and SD Seb, an optional way to support the channel. I appreciate any support regardless. So, oh, I get the glasses off. Shout out to the channel members. Alrighty, next up, what do we gotta throw in? I want to get all the quick stuff out of the way. Do I have a Canada Post PNG? No, I do not. Oh, okay, yeah, this update is still the same thing. Yeah, the Canada Post strike is still ongoing. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna be shipping out. Hopefully it doesn't go on too long. Hopefully it ends before any of the releases come out. My alternate is that I have to ship from the US most likely, because I'm hoping that strike ends and it's still ongoing. Which I still have like 2 packages just like in the deadlock in the Canada Post warehouse somewhere. So yeah, that's not fun. That's not fun at all. But... I'm still want to get these orders out or anything that's lingering. It's just, I don't have actually any options because I've been trying to see anything in Canada to do and I've just been kept being told no. So, I don't know. But, yeah, I thought for just transparency's sake just to mention that. Okay, let's move this here now. So this is the part where I say, oh, favorite video of this week. So... yeah, I mean, most of the videos this week I think was fine. We had the Ghost Circle information, which I think was probably either the most exciting out of this week, I would say, and then maybe the Phoenix. Because the Phoenix does have the Mold 3, which, by the way, and I did mention this in the actual Phoenix video, and there was a little smartass who commented on that video, who didn't watch it, where I literally say, yeah, this is going to be a mold that they're going to be using for all this future stuff, whatever, if they have a new mold. I said it, and they said, actually... what about mentioning I said it in that video. By the way, the Phoenix Mold 3, which I'm going to call it that because Mold 1 is the square tabs, Mold 2 is the one with the unicorn tabs, and Mold 3 is with the new thing with the updated weight. Hasbro stuff also has that, so you do not have to buy a Phoenix Wing 980 disc ball if you want to get that new mold. If you're in America, your Target or Walmart. If you're in Canada, your Toys R Us, or better, Walmart, whatever is the better price. You'll probably find it. Just check the date of production. Whatever's this month or onwards, that's going to be the updated mold. So that's going to be pretty cool if you want to get like a heavier Phoenix, which with the weight disparity, yes, I would recommend it, which that is really awesome to see us get the... I was surprised, to be honest. Let's go with some other stuff. Okay, so I have 2 of these graphics. Weird. What have I been up to? So... I just realized I gotta take out this thing when I do it, when I have the little text there. I hosted an event on the Saturday. I think it was my largest event I ever hosted. I think we had like 33 players. I think before I maybe got to like 28. It either was one of the biggest or the biggest. And shout out to the tournament winners. So shout out to Serena, Nova, and Fable, the legendary Fable from the testings of old Beyblade X. I think I got 12th, which it doesn't even matter. I got 12th and my mom got 13th, but we're also using the same deck. So for now, I win this one. Because usually if we don't make it to top 8 or onwards, we just see who makes it to like whatever placing. I don't count the double extreme stadium, but before I think she did actually beat me and get ahead of me. So it's a fun game we have. It's bragging rights on the way home. But she's actually getting a lot better at playing. Like, very, very impressive, because he just is very well adaptive, which, speaking of which, quite literally, which is also the reason why I probably have gotten a little sick, literally 4 weeks straight, just constantly doing tournaments, events, the Banana Games establishment, 3 of those, and my own event, and each one was with a sole purpose. What was the purpose for this? In this, I tried to use a specific theme. So winning with Samurai Saber, winning with Knight Mail, winning with just the drawn deck, and then after Garuda. So I don't know if I want to do four videos or just do one big video. I don't know what makes the most sense for YouTube algorithm. I'm still deciding on that, but yeah, it's a fun challenge to do every month. If the releases aren't too shitty, it's a little bit easier, but you know, we work with what we got. But that's going to be very fun. It's going to be coming in a while. I don't know. No, in a bit. I'm still deciding the format, because I don't know if it makes, like, I don't know what's going to get watched more. I'm still deciding. But we'll talk about some other stuff. So, let me just throw this up. Okay, so this was a big one. This was announced on the Asia Championships, which they had the whole thing there published. And I was trying to see the winners and whatever, but I was asleep during that time, so I couldn't see. But I don't know what the TT name of this is, but the Croc, they have it in a nice green coat in yellow. So that is actually really nice. That is actually very, very nice. I think this is supposed to get revealed in the coming Koro, which that should be next week, Thursday. Right? Because Koro is the 13th, so that's our 12th, I'm pretty sure. But yes. The Croc, I think, so they've been basically releasing every, like, exclusive content that they did for Hasbro, and just, like, slowly releasing on promo stuff, so I'm kind of curious. I'm wondering if this Croc is going to be something like, is it going to be, like, a B4 store exclusive? Is it going to be, like, paired up with a Koro to buy? I like the green coat. I think that looks nice. I think it's also the best colors for Croc. I mean, the blue and the orange, whatever, that was fine, but I don't know, this feels more color coordinated, which is what I feel for any time TT like actually does their version of it. But yeah, let's throw up some other stuff this week. Actually, one big one, which is pretty nice. Let me get this before we talk about Draciel and Ghost. Oh god, Drake. See, I did it on the thing. I even did the bits on the text. I actually want a silver Drake. And also, like I said I think I said this in the video, and if I didn't, then I'll say it here, that oh, Cobalt Drake costs so much, whatever. Well, look at this. The moment they did this silver Drake, the aftermarket, it's like so cheap if you want to get a Drake and you don't have the app. So, you know, like, I understand, like, originally, obviously, with scalping and all that stuff, and because it is hard to get, it's like, in Canadian, at least, like, 200, or it's only maybe, like, 300, some absurd price, and then it kind of trickles down. Now it's, like crazy, crazy low. So that's, like, hey, that's good. If you want to get Drake, it's the aftermarket's really cheap, so it's not. It was really easy to win. The thing is, they did this thing. They did a little thing, huh? Because I got one Drake, and then I would get like 3 black Duranders, which admittedly I should have probably stopped after the one Drake, but I wanted for collection, and then after, you know, I got a little too deep in. So then I think it was like 6 black Duranders and 4 silver Drakes. So that is a lot. January news next week Thursday, my friend. Next week Thursday. What else do we got in here? Yeah, but that was nice. That was nice. Let me see another one I just saw. I think silver Drake go for a little over 100. No, I have seen it go for way, way cheaper. So, unless those got bots, then I don't know. I'm not too sure then. What is the point of Hasbro exclusives when TT releases them? Well, think about it like this. It's still technically an exclusive, right? Like Sting Unicorn 460 Point is technically a Hasbro exclusive. The low flat recolor on Bike Croc is technically... No, how this usually works, and I'll get the Bike Croc image. I'll explain the relationship. Listen here, buddy. On Silver Drake, when I saw in the morning, I saw it was cheap. So if it changed, you can't just look at the highest price, all right? So unless I just got really lucky in seeing it. Okay, so how the relationship works with Hasbro and TT, they obviously collaborate on a lot of stuff. And I'll give you an example. In Metal Fights, they had the original metal system. Then after Hasbro adapts it to the hybrid wheel system of the metal system, and then after TT eventually recycles it. So they still work together on whatever content they make. They're obviously going to still use whatever they make, and the same thing is happening here. They make content for Hasbro to fill out these waves, and they eventually release it themselves. You can think of it as like the equivalent of getting a release early compared to Asia players. So, I don't know. I don't really care, to be honest. It's not like these things are... This is literally just an echo. It's just an echo of Shark. Oh, speaking of which, we can talk about Croc, I guess. So, I did do testing of Croc a while back. I said it's just more or less the same as Shark. I don't think it has the same neat stuff as Shark, but if it's around the same, it's around the same. The thing is now is that Shark is like... Shark has more of a high end. I rank the echoes in the regular, like Optimus Primal, if you get a heavy one's at the top. Shark Edge, or whatever, Kill Shark, and then after Croc at the bottom. Because Croc doesn't have much going for it. It's like super light. Super light. Let's see, what else? I want to know if anyone's seen Wave 3 anywhere. Apparently around the US, Wave 3 is popping up like 2-packs and whatever. I was supposed to get the Wave 3 2-packs. I'll probably just do, I'm probably just going to do in the future just one big video of just whatever, like for future waves and whatever. Or maybe I'll do a single, I don't know, it depends. Because, like, I don't want to do just one more video on, like, a Wyvern Gale 2-pack that's like, no. Are you going to test Star Wars stuff? I don't know. I'm really backlogged on releases that do matter, like Saber, Nightmail, Garuda, whatever else. The Hasbro Echoes is like, they're so close to each other. Maybe someday. Maybe someday. Not today. Not next week, though. Not for a while. Maybe when the content's dry. Maybe in January, just to do one big video. Just the Hasbro, just a 3-hour video of just that, but yeah. Yeah, I think the Croc is cool, I guess. And info is coming next week, Thursday, on the Koro, which releases the Friday, so that's to be the Thursday. Yes. Okay, yeah, let's talk about Draciel. It's revealed. It took a while. We saw this for the longest time on the prototype, and plus with the release schedule that we've been getting. Like I said, this should be December. And yeah, now it finally got revealed. I thought it was delayed because we didn't see anything. No, they just saved the announcement for the Asia Championships. So this does release the same date, at least officially announced, on December 28th. The parts on it are 760 dots. This is your Mighty Defense type. Now, the Bakuten remakes do not have a good track record of being good at all. Drigger Pit's pretty good, I guess. I would never use it in an event. Dronzer, maybe Dronzer when it was at the start was usable, but the more you get on later, like AVA is where you start to push it a bit, so I don't know. These things have been like, what, 28 grams? And it's been just because of a terrible design. Like, we've seen the Metal Fight remakes, by the way, have been able to go higher, right? So like a 34 grams was like El Drago, 33, 34, so they're clearly capable of having a design where the weight's not shit. So, I don't know. Anyways, the thing is, I don't see the use on the blade. I don't. This is actually also on sale on Molabays right now. I got to get that plug-in. Molabays.com. Molabays.com. It's on sale right now. Get those Draciels. But yeah, the shape doesn't look good. If you're a fan of Bakuten Shoot, maybe this will be the I don't even know. Was Draciel as even, like, the AR, the attack ring, good? Feels like it'd be like too recoily to die off. I think I might own one. I don't remember. I know the Burst remake was bad, but the Burst remake was because the Burst system was also really bad. But I mean, 760 dot, you know, 760 is a pretty good ratchet. It's one of, I would say, the best ratchets for attack and defense. Here's to hoping they can release a 760 where it doesn't burst and die. Because in an event, that literally costs me a match. And 770 I got is like uber tight, but the 760 I have is like medium. So, I don't know. Also, this is funny. I don't think the render also shows this, but the actual IRL image, for some reason, the metal is painted like a way different green. Does it even show in the... Yeah, I guess it kind of does. The metal is a different green from the actual plastic, which is really weird, but... Dot's a good bit for defense. I don't think Dot actually reflects Draciel's bottom. So, I don't know. But this is like the same thing in Burst Era. If you remember Burst Era, we got like the least accurate stuff. Whatever was the closest the TT said. So, I don't know. The contact in the blade looks like a horrible shape. Yeah, it looks shit. It looks shit. This might be the release to rival Shinobi Shadow for the worst defense blade. I think Shinobi, you know, Shinobi Shadow might be able to win. Might be able to get more wins than Draciel. I also find it funny because that means Bakuten's gotten 4, actually no, counting up to this point, 3 remakes, not counting 2025. Dronzer, actually no, okay, counting overall I guess. Dronzer, Drigger, Draciel, 3. Metal Fight, only 1. Yeah, Burst we got 0. I know in 2025 we should be getting an Excalibur, which is not technically confirmed, but I'm extremely like 99% confident we're getting Excalibur. Victory, Valkyrie. And obviously we'll get Storm Pegasus, and the Bakuten's getting like hella rep, which is like, thank God it has other parts than just the blade, because otherwise, dude, that'd be like, that's tough. Okay, we're also gonna go over the Ghost Circle thing, so, big old surprise here, not really a surprise, so, I don't know if, most people saw this or not, but, what is this? So the best looking plastic remake so far. I mean, Draciel does look pretty nice. I like Draciel for the bit piece and Max. I don't know. But the lineup, eh? So I have to remember where this came from because I think this is from a thing to another thing. So I think this was from a Korean Beyblade wiki or something, or some database or something. And I think that's where the lineup came from, but the lineup was never confirmed. And I even think I said as much that probably this is not like the finalized lineup. It's rumored. And then after a lot of people got surprised, but this is the actual lineup, which I think either way it was kind of clapped, so I don't really see much of a difference, to be honest. Like I said, this RB lineup, I gave it like, I think a 6 out of 10. I think a 6 was pretty fair. They really don't want to give us Metal Ball because of X-Type system. That's actually funny, because I'm pretty sure in Burst Era, Lightning Eldrago was an attack type, but I think with Zephyr they called it Balance, I think. And if I'm wrong, I'm probably wrong. So would 080 work on Rod shape, since Rod is actually bigger than the Ratchet, unlike Circle? I'll actually pull up 080 in a second, I think. Draciel's basically an octagon. I think it could have had enough recoil for attack comp. No, see, because if they gave Draciel the actual contact points it has, that's what I keep on saying with these Bakuten remakes. They have actual contact points in these ARs. I highly doubt if they were metal, they would do that much damage, because you can just blunt them off. Why do they have to do it like this? Because it's just so... Because everything's on the weight disc. Nothing's on the actual outer parts. I'm not saying it would be a significant difference, but shit, it'd probably be better than whatever we got. Like, I don't know. I get angry. I get angry thinking about it. Oh, actually, speaking of which... Jesus. The circle on Ghost is insane. Circle on Ghost. Whoa. The gap on Ghost. The circle on Ghost. Okay, that's... I'm not still at 100%, I guess. Why? Look at the gap. The gap is like this big. Why? By the way, that's even if the weight's good. If the weight's shit and it has a gap, that thing is gonna be so hard to use. I'm trying to even think, like even Knight Lance that had a pretty big gap, that was mostly an attack stuff, so you'd get it on like these attack bits. I don't know. I don't know why they do this. Why do they do this? If this was like 35 grams or something, maybe I could see the reason for like that. But dude, I don't know. The more I see of Ghost Circle, the more I'm like, bruh, come on. I'll cope on the Ratchet. This is like insane. I think this might be one of the largest gaps. I'm trying to think. I know Arrow Pegasus has a pretty big gap, and that at least makes sense, but I don't know. Sometimes it makes sense, sometimes it doesn't. The size of the blades also. Shout out to iCrazyEater from the WBO, which I think I do have linked in the description, him and Kaiju, for anything I'm talking about. So the size of both of these December releases. Ghost is about rhino horn shape. Impact Drake is about wizard rod shape. So, I think Drake probably could get used for maybe, if it's hard rubber, maybe it could be fine for attack. If it's soft rubber, probably cool for defense, because that's basically what regular Drake was used for. I don't know. Oh, God. If the protrusions on the bottom of 080, I think disc, I'm going to assume you meant disc ball could protect it, or my Kobe. I don't know. I don't know. Actually, let's pull up the thing, by the way. Let's pull up the thing, by the way. Yeah, Ghost Circle on 080 disc ball. We'll get that. 080, the thing how they designed it, it's like as bulk as like 760, I guess, but then after they just kind of... The thing is, the contacts are really rounded off, so that's the only thing that makes me think it can't be that bad. Because really rounded off means if they're trying to make contact, it'll probably brush off. Maybe. It kind of depends how big the part of the nub or whatever, in the distance between that and the ratchet. So if there's a lot of space, it'll probably burst quite a bit. If there's not too much space and it's kind of like a 960 or whatever, it probably shouldn't be too bursty. Because you gotta look at this and maybe think, I don't know, either you're hoping it's like a clone like 380 or something, which I'm assuming maybe the weight could be close or something, I don't know. Both Shinobi and Samurai got Hasbro based in the original Tomy ones. Could we see something similar with other Hasbro? So your question is basically, we've seen actual bays get adapted into real releases. So yeah, the Hasbro exclusives or whatever, these are just filler stuff. We've all, I think almost every case so far, Phoenix Feather, Phoenix Wing, Steel Samurai, Samurai Saber, I'm trying to think what else. And then I have Knife Shinobi, Shinobi Shadow. I think all these motifs will probably get used later on. I wear down Drake's rubber into the ultimate attacker. Yeah, that'd be a funny video. I do want to see legally how much you can wear it, so probably not too much. Probably not too much. I don't understand why they nerfed the crossovers. Just make them... I don't think it's nerf. I think it's more just some idiot who just... actually, that's a little bit mean. Someone who just can't design it No, some idiot who can't design it right. Or, I don't know. Because it's not a complicated thing. So it's either they think it's too... I don't know. Because... I don't know. El Drago was close. We were this close to El Drago. If I get a winder, I can see. Otherwise, I have to drop El Drago down on a tier list. Because, I don't know. I'm tired of being Tyrant or Roar. Okay, yeah. So even more on that one. But yeah, I still also hate the fact that we get Gear Ball. That's my other thing too. It's like, why not give it Glide, like a pink Glide? I understand they're trying to do color coordination with the typings, but I always think that's such a dumb design choice. Like a white Glide, or a white Gear Ball or something. It just doesn't color match, and it sometimes ruins the aesthetic of these bays, but I don't know. I think overall for December, I think this is almost the same thing as a year ago. You have one release that seems very promising, Impact Drake, or Phoenix Wing, and then after a random booster lineup that's like not really all that good. Like the Wyvern Gale. Like the Wyvern Gale one I think was okay. This one I think is also, I don't know. I can't believe we got robbed of a Vice Tiger recolor. They gave us Shinobi over it. Shinobi, come on. 060 will be insane. I have to keep remembering that Zero Sides is actually real. I have to keep remembering that. Glide is already on the RB? No? What? No, not in the confirmed lineup. What do you mean? Am I bugging? No, this is the confirmed lineup. Gear Ball, Hexa, Elevate, Needle, Flat, Cyclone. Yeah, there's no Glide. What are you talking about? No, that's the rumored line. See, that's why I said there's a rumored lineup. Yeah, no, that's not, no, that's not real. It's not real. Yeah, but I think overall it's just a mid lineup. I hope the next RB is a little bit better, a little bit stronger. Actually, speaking of which, what do we have lined up actually after this? January, it's literally one release, but is it a random select or no, it's just a booster, right? Yeah, it's just a booster. And then the following month, it's a random select. Right. We're gonna have to wait 1 week for any actual updates on that, but I don't know, we'll throw up some other stuff just to chat on. Yeah, so I guess the final talk on Ghost Circle until we maybe get some video get published. Yeah, maybe Zero Sides is useful for something, but it's at 80 height, so I don't know. Where's Impact Drake? I mean, this one at least has some promise. I don't know. Maybe defense? This is a funny combo they did a recommendation for an official promo. Low rush at least is going to be good for those attackers like Shark or Whale or something like that. That's at least like a nice one. Though I wonder the durability of the bit. What else do we got? I mean, there's not really much else. Oh, I already talked about Drake. I need to try to roll more, I guess, a little bit later on. There's also the Barcelona... I see I put football there, so no one says, yeah, I put soccer there. The Barcelona stuff, I think they did a pre-sale at the Asia Championship event. I would try to get it, but it's being scalped really bad. I'm in Canadian currency, so it's not looking too hot. Not looking too hot. Yeah, so I think now, is there anything else to throw up? Oh, actually, one more thing before we go into the free discussion. Shout out to the boy Nizuma, friend of the show and co-host of the Zankcast. He hit 10,000 subscribers. Huge shout out to him. He's been working very, very hard, putting a lot of effort into his content, and he's done amazing. So huge shout out to him. But yeah, okay, we'll go into the free discussion. I think I handled that pretty good. I think I got through most of the topics, I think. Okay, I'm just going to hit the explosion on this so I don't mess it up, because every time I've done it, I've screwed it up, so... Okay, we're going to go back here, and then I'll just be reading the chat for anything. Okay, so what else do we got here? We get so shafted being Canadian, the conversion rates. Yeah, it's absolutely terrible. The bright green stadium is cool. It's like the Bucket Stadium color put on a legit stadium. True! I don't want to remember the Bucket Stadium. When is CX dropping? In March. March. It sounds like I'm making it up when I'm saying it like that. No, it is in March, right? Yeah, March. So, yeah, you still got a couple more months just to go through. The ratchet from the pictures nearly look as big as the bay. It would need to be really dense to do anything. Probably. I haven't had much hope. I think the only time... I like 7 sides, I guess, for, like, defense and attack. So, I don't know if they're going to do much. Go circle. Yeah, go... Circle squared. Circle squared, eh? Circle squared. The first bay to die in one hit. In the name accuracy of Ghost. Do you think that the... Oh, do you think that the Beyblade... Do you think that the studio behind the Beyblade X anime will make better battles? I don't know. I mean, the thing... If you're going to ask about anything about the anime, like, a lot of the times... If animes just don't have good productions, or, like, you know what I mean, like, they don't have a good schedule, or everything's being rushed, or factors that affect it like that, like, they're not going to be at 100%, so I don't know. When are the new Hasbro release videos coming? Whenever I get it. Whenever I get it. Not too sure when. Because a friend shipped it out, so I'll probably do maybe one video on just, like, I bought the Wave 3 2-packs in Beyblade X or something like that, so maybe this week, if not, I don't know. Maybe Silver Drake video. Maybe this week. I'm not too sure. Let's see what else. When are we going to get the Hasbro Wave 2 tier list? When I'm not sick. And when I really want to do it. So maybe in like 2 weeks. Maybe in like 2 weeks. I'll see. X-Over Tournament. There's not that many bays to do it. I'm a firm believer that Impact Drake will have hard rubber. So Impact Dream can have soft rubber. That would be interesting, if they could do that. I mean, you'd have a really round shape for an equalizer, but if they want to go through that, I don't know. Saw Wave 3 at Target today, but they let me buy. Yeah, that's the tricky thing. Sometimes, because I don't think it's... Oh, the official date's in January, so if you get lucky, you can get it. If not, yeah, shit out of luck, I guess. Let's see what else we got. I don't think much else. Leon and Ghost is easily the worst pulls visually. Oh, the Ghost, or the green one. Yeah, because IRL, the thing has like a solid green for the hooks. I'll agree on that. Impact Drake's contact points are going to go looking like my heavily used Ultimate Valkyrie. Well, the thing is this, worn contacts on Ultimate Valkyrie does a little bit better when the plastic's exposed. So it's going to be probably the same thing with Impact Drake. They will never get me to run Gear Ball. Well, I don't like it. I don't like Gear Ball. I still think it's terrible. It isn't considered 0 an even number. Backtrack Rick are uneven numbered ratchets. It's not even technically 0. It's basically just like 3. But they just call it 0 for the funny. Let's see what else. Okay, I'm just going to go over the schedule now for whatever's upcoming. I just did the switch, so that means I have to... Shit, okay, well, I just screwed myself, so I have to do the explosion twice now. There's supposed to be the combo challenge of Night Mail, so I'm at 100% to record that video. You'll probably see it this week. Let me see what else. Yeah, okay. So the thing is also, on the Bay history video I've been working on, I made progress, and then immediately after I made progress, which was this week, I got sick. So We are like maybe like 2% more closer to the finished product. I don't even know what we're out of right now. The thing is, it's not technically too much work. It's just, it's a lot. So, yeah. But yeah, aside from that, I think this week, maybe Silver Drake, maybe the Wave 3 2-packs, maybe. No, nothing else. Nothing else off the top of my head. Have you done any further testing on the level bit? Well, I injured my hand, I think, a week ago. I put a lot of stress on like this finger, kind of like where this kind of connects on the muscle there, so I haven't been able to do any testings. So probably a lot of those stuff, whatever, eventually on the testing channel or maybe on the main channel I'll see. I think on the other channel I did some community posts on the plan or whatever. I don't know off the top of my head, but yeah, the plan probably for the future too. I'm going to try to just kind of bundle a lot of stuff just into one big video instead of just doing separate. Just because I feel that's probably the better approach to a lot of these things. For at least some of the videos I want to do. But I'll probably, I don't know what this guy is writing down in the chat right now. But aside from that, I think I pretty much went through everything possible. Okay, yeah, so this week probably is going to be a little bit eventful. I don't think I'm going to be doing any more of the Beyblade Zone thing. I have to do the double explosion thing, which annoys me, but I'll take it over nothing. But, yeah, I think we hit over all the topics and everything. Next week, we're going to have a lot to talk about. Well, I guess somewhat, because obviously we got the January release info, which is... No. I'm doing the wrong math. Okay, next week, we're going to have jack shit to talk about. 2 weeks from now, we're going to have something to talk about. So, there we go. Okay, yeah, I confused it. Yeah. Damn. I underestimated how far. Yeah, it's going to be really damn. That's crazy. Okay. Well, anyways, I want to say thank you all for watching. Take care. That's going to be it for now. Have a happy Sunday. And also, this is the start of December. And we're getting a lot of Canadian snow. I hate the snow. Alright, take care and bye. I did it right! I did it right! God damn it. How? How? Yeah, it does that. Okay. Alright, take care and bye.